Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to the podcast. This is the Durumi Super League 6.1 official podcast, and I am Uche for Full Spirit Production. This is the episode 2 of the podcast for this season. And today, I am with a very special guest, 2-time winner of the Durumi Super League. They won it in 4.2 and 5.1. No other person but Edu of Edu Wolves. Edu, you're welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
All right. We promised them last week that we're going to do power ranking today. Okay. But it's so unfortunate because we just had the draws of the various segments of the league. That was why we said, let us do this one on time and get it for power ranking. Yeah. Today, on the field of play, we were able to do the whole seedings and the whole arrangements in preparation for war is coming. The most important part here, we did for the transfer, we did for the fixtures, selection, and the captains. Yeah. I want us to put more energy on the captain, because that's where whether you winning the tournament starts from who you choose as a captain.
Yes.
First of all, let's start from the first team, the team that are defending champions, Goshen White Tigers. Yeah. They went with Ovege today. It looked like an unfamiliar terrain for Goshen White Tigers. It looked like something that took everybody by surprise, even though we had an idea. We heard him say, I want to pick Ovege. I thought it was like a joke until it happened today. Ovege became his number one guy. What did you make of that?
It's a strange pick for me, but I know he has talked about this so many times. So we have it in our head that if he becomes the first, if he's to choose first, he's going to choose Ovege. So I kept asking myself why the decision to go with Ovege, because you have Mike, and Mike gave you the tournament. Why change the winning team? So, but then again, I felt it's up to him. Maybe he felt Ovege is the one to give him the next title or the tournament. So,
if you say why change the winning team, I remember you when you won 4.2 with Zaza. Yeah. You chose CJ. I remember Zaza threatening you and say, "Oh, you leave me. Choose CJ." Don't you think that's what people play out now? Also,
I think so, but just that I also felt for me is a case of switching, because as at then CJ wasn't available for me to pick.
The first time,
because I think I was the fourth person to pick.
No, but Zaza won the tournament for you.
Yes. So I felt CJ will give me more, when it comes to coaching, actually, guiding the boys.
Gave you more.
And he did.
Because at the point you went around, CJ helped you coordinate and you won.
So that's why I felt, no matter how strange I think Goshen White Tigers' choice of captain is, I felt maybe to him, he's convinced that this is the person that is going to take him there.
But I also feel because Ovege's form has been on the rise since 2025.
True.
We saw him take on attackers effortlessly, take the balls off them, no free kick, no foul. Yeah. And if you look at his size, you will think he's somebody you can bully around. But then when you come to him, he had the way of making strikers look useless. Yeah,
but I can't remember whether. I think it was even before Ovege's current form. That his decision to go with Ovege.
The question is, why Ovege?
Strange to me, still strange to me. I just want to see what happens. Of course, like we always say, it's left to be seen.
We'll leave it. When tournament starts on the 10th of May, we'll know if these things are true.
Perhaps Ovege is his magic, what do you call it?
Magic wand.
Exactly. So it's left to be seen.
Yeah. Let's go to Edu Wolves. You chose Black Child. Over since tournament started, Black Child has been the beautiful bride that every young man wants to woo. And today you finally wooed him. But this is the second time you're playing with him.
Yes.
I believe Black Child has lost his mojo. He's suffering from wear and tear. Age is far behind him. But it seems like you, team manager, still have some sort of confidence in Black Child. Why?
Yes, we do. Experience and what he can bring. He has a lot to bring for the tournament. First, he's one of the most experienced captains when you talk about this
Super
Super League. So he has been there. He has tasted several victories. So, and we can see that he commands the boys. You know, he's able to bring life out of the boys. So he's always a threat wherever he is, whether he wins it or not. Of course, you can see that's why everybody wants him. And of course, I, the lucky one, got him.
Before selection, did you have him in your plan?
Top.
So who would have been your number 2?
Akon.
Ekon,
Yes.
number 3.
Why Akon? Because I just realized that I need Mike not just to guide the boys, I needed him to play. But I'm seeing Mike's injury. So it's taking, and of course, I have injury, so I don't know how we're going to do it. To injure the leaders, of course, we need to be at the pitch of play. So Akon, because I've seen what he did for Bassi Sparrows, and he just needs support, and somebody is going to understand his pattern.
So your number 4 would have been who?
Of course, 4.
You say first, Black Child.
Black Child, yes.
Second, Ekon.
Akon.
Third,
Mike.
Fourth,
Zaza.
okay.
Of course, Zaza is not. I would want to test all the other guys. I already know what Zaza can bring, and sometimes we are looking for something where really we might not find it, but you just want to go and have a test.
Okay. Number 3 was Soso Lions.
Yeah.
They picked Mike.
Yeah.
He picked Mike. Not that Mike was given to him. He picked Mike.
Yes.
What do you make of this combination?
Number 3 was Bassi Sparrows, I think.
Okay, Bassi Sparrows was number 3. Yes, Bassi Sparrows.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Mike and Lion.
Yeah.
What do you make of the combination?
I think Mike has a lot of experience, and don't forget, he's
An
the defending champion.
Defending champion, yes.
As a captain.
Yes.
So I think he has all it takes to win it for Soso Lions. But again, Soso Lion had Black Child, who we know is a serial winner. So I think it's about how these two people blend together. How whatever they believe their goal is, if they're able to come together and work towards it, Mike is a good guy. And I think he has the experience, he has the quality, he can marshal out the boys and get it done for Soso Lion.
Are you threatened by Lions' performances in the gym?
No, because I think Lion alone can make the change. Of course, he needs the right players to feed him the ball. He needs to be in the right frame of mind to deliver. So, no, I think he's impressive. But of course, that also would make me to want to somehow try to get myself fit enough for the tournament.
It's interesting to see Mike and Lion play. It's a combination that's making sense in my head. Let me see what.
I'm also eager.
Because I see Mike like a great passer of the ball.
Yes.
And a great scorer too. And
Yes.
also a very good marker. Let me see what happens in this tournament. Imagine Mike behind Lion, and he just keeps feeding Lion the ball. He knows how.
If he's fit.
If he's fit, if he's a fit Mike,
Yes.
so to say.
Yes.
All right. So number 4 is number 3. Actually, was supposed to be Bassi Sparrows and Ekon.
Yeah.
The second time Ekon is coming. Last time he was there with Sparrows. They went through that first week baptism of fire. That was the worst week any team has ever had in the Super League. 10 no point on the match they won, but then match day 2, they literally coming back from the dead and got 10 points. They were the best team on match day. In fact, after 0 points the first week, second week, they were in the discussion for who's going to win the tournament.
True.
I think it was an Econ's magic. Do you
agree.
think you feel Bassi is trying to continue with his former tradition?
I think so. For him to pick Akon again, I think, first of all,
But he didn't pick Ekon easily. There was a lot of
Yes.
thoughts. Should I? Shouldn't I? Like, why Ekon and all that. He picked Ekon.
I realized he had just one option.
Which was Black Child. And,
Yes.
and the option failed.
No option B. So, and that's why he had to, it took him time to decide who would be his captain. But again, it shouldn't be a tough decision for him because choosing Ekong, you know what you guys did right. You have the opportunity to correct it, and you know, of course, Ekong will give you a stellar coaching or captain performance. So I believe the pair will be good. I believe whatever they did wrong in 5.2
yeah.
would be corrected in 6.1.
I also feel 5.2 was because I feel Basi also has not been in his best form.
Yeah.
I think I see him get carried away at the back. He doesn't really know. He used to be a great marker before, but along the line now, he's lost his mojo. Sort of, he's absent-minded. He stays very far apart from the mix, and somehow goal just goes in, and the blame is everywhere.
I think one is his age. Two is the pattern of football. He wants to adapt. He wants to be a holding defender. So sometimes he tries to move just a bit far from the central defense line. So you see him isolated. When the strikers are coming, it's just one-on-one. You can always outrun him or maneuver and find a way to score. I think it's the pattern he has chosen and, of course, the age.
But Basel Sparrows are a dangerous team in the Super League. They know how
Sure.
to. They know how to.
Sure.
This might just be that time. He knows how to bring this trophy home. Even though he's not won it in a while now. In the last 3 episodes,
Yeah.
he was the last winner before you.
Yes.
Commodore Dragons won 3.1. He now
won.
did 3.2.
Yes.
4.1 was who? Was still him. I think it was 4.1.
No, it was. Yeah, 4.1 was his last. Yes.
Was last.
Yes.
Was his last. Then
Yes.
4.2 you won.
4.2 I won.
5.1, 5.2, and now this could be Babasi's season.
It's left to be seen.
All right, and finally we had Allen Foxes and Zaza. Allen Foxes losing Ovega to Goshen White Tigers. I just felt Zaza was to be the perfect fit for him because of loyalty, I suppose. And looking at Zaza, he's a champion. Take it or leave it. He's been there. He won it with you, and here he's playing with Allen. What do you make of this combination?
I think it's a good pair. First, off the pitch, they're cool. They're friends. They're always together. You know, I think, and they understand themselves well. Off the pitch, so I don't think it's going to be very difficult for them to achieve the sync and work as a team. And just like you said, Zaza is a champion, so he could bring that. So I think all the pairs are good. All the pairs are good.
Well, what counts actually is what happens on the match day.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
I feel, so what pair do you think? I know you think your pair is the best pair. Black Child and Edu Wolves.
Yes.
What's that in the ranking? You just say if you had to stick anything on these pairs.
Yeah.
Black Child, Edu Wolves, Ovege, Goshen White Tigers, Ekong, Basis Sparrows, Mike, and Suso Lions, Zaza, and Allen Foxes. Rank them based on current form.
Yeah. I'll rank Edu Wolves and Black Child.
1.
I'll rank Basis Sparrows and Ekong.
2.
I'll rank Soso Lions and Mike.
3.
Allen Fox and Zaza.
And
then Goshen White Tiger and
Ovege.
Ovege.
Guys, these are not my words. They are from Edu. Whatever happens is you. Okay, let's talk about little some of these things here. No fixture. Let's say selection. Lion was the first one to pick, as he will be the first man to choose the players. Also on transfer window.
Yeah.
Does that have anything to do? Do you have an advantage picking first?
Yes, I think there's an advantage there, but then it depends. Like we always say, the person picking. You have the first pick. You can pick the best out of others. So there's an advantage there.
But do you really have a best player in the Super League? An outstanding best player?
I don't mean to give out what the team managers and teams should be looking out for, but I think we do, depending on what you're looking out for. We do have the best, depending on what you're looking out for. So Lion has the opportunity to decide on who he wants to pick first.
Last season, Allen Foxes picked first.
Yeah.
in the first week and also in the transfer.
Yes.
Did that result to anything
And
fantastic?
they got the best players.
And they really played fantastic football.
Yes. Yes. So even when you're picking the best players, you should try to balance the entire team. I think that's what happened. Those guys gave quality performance.
Apart from the day that guy left his team, I went for another match, Henshaw.
Yeah, which is very bad. And then I think he has long apologized to Allen for that.
Okay.
So I think we don't want to see that again happen.
It can never happen. So for selection, Lions will pick first, Foxes, Wolves, Sparrows, and Goshen. Somebody said today that Bacha was saying that Goshen is number 5, but he might be in for the best deal because
I think so.
we don't have any clear. We don't have a player that is that fantastic. They don't have player in the Messi or Ronaldo frame.
Yes.
That will completely outshine other players.
Yeah.
But we have very good 10 to 15 players. So
Yes.
having the fifth person pick 2 at a time will be an advantage if he picks right.
I agree.
Anyway, I'm looking forward to the Power Ranking podcast where we'll put players on their pedestal and give the coaches, the managers, an idea of what to do. Let me just put you on the spotlight. What's your selection going to be like? Do you still think you pick a Habib?
I'm not the first to select. And these days, people find a way to...
Last time, when the first to select, you picked Habib based on... Habib
was the fifth, the last to select.
Yes. Habib was supposed to be in that ranking of players, but you picked him.
Yes, because just like Soso Lion would tell you, there are players he's tied to. Like Soso Lion will always pick Gnabry, Bassi Sparrows will want to go for Henshaw. Allen will want to go for Henshaw as well. So, not that I don't like Henshaw, but he wouldn't be my quick pick. So you see.
So you mean if you have to pick number 1 now and you just Henshaw, you won't pick Henshaw?
I wouldn't pick Henshaw. But again, it depends on what we want to play. Now I have a captain who would have to make that decision together, right? Last tournament, it was easier. We all agreed that this pattern is good, so we went for who we thought would fit in more.
Will you pick Habib this time around if it comes around on that day? You've boasted twice that for loyalty's sake, you want a Habib. Will you pick Habib? Even though we've not seen him since this year. Do you know if he's playing football, whatever he is?
I don't know. I'm yet to reach out to him. I don't know, but I think most players come, when they hear the tournament is about to start.
You've played with Ephraim twice now?
Yes.
Will you want to pick him again?
If I have the opportunity, yes.
So you don't answer Habib's question.
If I have the opportunity, yes.
What do you mean by having the opportunity? Nobody will pick Habib like in the first
you are not sure. Players. You are not sure. So let's see how the picking goes. But I know you might think so, but then this tournament is about strategy. So people have different strategies. Ours might change depending on what we come up with. We still have like 2 weeks to fine-tune our plan. So yes, the players we've mentioned, Habib, Ephraim, these are guys I would love to play with.
All right. Gentlemen, this is where the podcast comes to an end. Edu didn't want to tell me if you will go with Habib as he usually does. But then things change, and I think his plan has changed too. Like I always say, it's left to be seen.
It's left to be seen.
We will be doing this podcast again. This is for the Durumi Super League 6.2. Grassroots football. We're all about grassroots football. Yeah. And the motto for this year's podcast is war.
War is coming.
There were plenty of war this season. Lion has started putting us under pressure. But we believe from the 10th of May, we'll know the first cup, people that this bullet will hit in the war front. Until we come your way again next time, this is Ucha signing out for the Footprint Production. Edu, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And God bless you.
Thank you.